It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bears, rookie linebacker. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Bears and the Packers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion. The Bears defense out to go to work here. Sensational a week ago in the victory. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And like all of us, he's looking to finish strong here. It's been a good season for him. One that saw him really prove himself as an NFL starter. So you know he'll want to see it all the way through to the end.
10 cycles.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level. And
well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Back out is the Bears defense. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25.
Let's go now. Shot, 17. Hi.
On 1st and 10, Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready.
A second down throw for Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Calais Campbell, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here is third and quite a ways. Love now. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. You might remember, forced a safety last time they were out there, so they're playing with some confidence now as this drive begins with a first down.
Here we go.
First down, going to the air with Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ready.
Play action this time with Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Back out is the Bears defense. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Striker. 3-3. Set cut.
Love now to pass on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of Nichols. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Holding. Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They'll be looking to be the aggressors here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Back out is the Bears defense. They've already forced a couple of first-half interceptions, including one on the previous drive, as they potentially look for another here.
Ready. Drill, 52. Set.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin in the Motor City in NFC North battle. Detroit hosting Minnesota. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception.
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
Down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working out of the gun. Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play fake. Here's Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yes. Back out is the Bears defense. They may be looking to bring some pressure here as they've got this offense backed up. 1st and 10 at the 10.
Ready. Black swap. Check white. Switch yellow.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
On the give, this is Nichols.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And this is certainly not...
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third-quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Opposite, green. 22 needle.
They go bootleg. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Here we go.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Back out is the Bears defense. They've pitched the shutout here into the 4th quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Jaquan Brisker, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
The Packers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing. Love. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play And the other one, obviously, not ready at all.
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep.